Okay, I have never played Rabbit and Steel before. I can't say I don't know anything about it. I saw this at GDQ this past year, and I immediately realized, wait a minute, this is just like Final Fantasy XIV rating, but like oops, all raids, which is amazing. Like, I've been wanting that to exist for a very long time. It's always puzzled me that there's this like separate, intense, extreme endgame in MMOs that has nothing to do with all of the content that leads up to the endgame. And I'm like, why doesn't somebody make a game that's just oops all raids? And it sounds like that's what this is. I am playing it single player to check it out right now. At some point, I might want to come back and do this 4-player with some of my friends. I think that would be cool. I only watched the GDQ run, which was, 10 minutes or something, so I don't actually have any perception of... I don't remember any of the bosses or anything. I'm just like, oh, that kind of looks like Final Fantasy XIV. Cute, normal, plan route, offline, fair. Small Rabbit was very lonely. This game's also quite a bit quieter than the game we were just playing, so I'll turn it up a hair, but let me know if it ends up being too loud. Tell me of your troubles and I shall listen. Up a hair, Say to join. So this will scale even if I play as different characters here. I haven't played Final Fantasy XIV in a long enough time that I'm not going to remember any of the like... So I assume these are sort of simplified versions of rotations, right? In FF14 raids. Basically a Dark Knight. Dancer... Trace nearby projectiles, grant yourself and nearby allies brief invulnerability. Like we tried this one. So, okay, X is full moon, deal damage in a radius around you. And this is like natively intended to be played with a controller, I assume. 60 damage in a line in front of you, charges your primary and special. Charge attacks deal more damage. Okay. Grants brief invulnerability and leaps toward the targeted opponent with a spinning slash, dealing 280 damage with a maximum of 2 uses. Something give my uses back. Okay, and then everyone has a defensive tank buster ability. Allies don't take damage. Erases some projectiles. Okay. So Y is my defense. B is big damage, but I can only do it twice. Oh, charges. Okay. That makes more sense. I want to do, so my rotations, I want to press A, and then X, and then B. And I press Y when I have to. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Blue, please. That's fine. Oh, they're going to teach me. Okay, that's cool. Game still seems really quiet, even with the combat here, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. Most of this screen is intentionally ducked. Special is very powerful. Defensive avoids damage. So it's... Gotcha. And it lights up. Onward, next battle. It's a cool way to do the ready lobby. Hold on, I'm gonna see if there's an option to change the audio. It's really quiet, even my ear. That's probably why. I'll turn it down in OBS here in a sec. I would just like to hear it because it sounds like it has a cool soundtrack. Don't stand in the bad. I imagine wasn't paying enough attention on when I was watching the GDQ run. It kind of just seemed like I was able to notice enough things to be like, I bet this has essentially every boss mechanic that exists in Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna have gaze attacks, right? Stack indicators. Does it change significantly when you play it multiplayer? Other than being harder, obviously. Your primary GCD has 50% chance to be 0.8 seconds. That's interesting. All of your cooldowns are reduced by 3 seconds. Until you use your defensive. I shouldn't need to use the defensive. I'm gonna die. Okay. Ignore hitbox, just that dot. I do like the element of having to get close in there. This game just came out this year. I'm really shocked that it was at GDQ. Was it in early access for a long time or something? Knockback, okay. I think they convey where the knockback's gonna go. But 14 doesn't do that, right? You just have to know if an attack does knockback or not. They do. That's cool. Kind of like how they developed a they kind of like created a pattern for what a tank buster was going to look like, even though early fights didn't really have that. I think they've done a pretty good job of making things pretty sight readable if you've done everything up to that point. Luckier. Special has random chaotic effects. All enemies. My character's not great at AoE, so 30% chance though. I like the idea of chaotic effects. I also like the idea of just passive luck. Oh, color-coded knockbacking based on whether it's able to be resisted. That's really nice. Get in the circle. Okay. Nice. Out of the Cottontail Guild. What's the circle around all the enemies? Is that just letting me quickly eyeball their max health, essentially? Or is that like a radius to worry about their... Oh, it's their hitbox? Okay. Should I have to get this stuff? Stone skin. Oh, there's a change target button I just saw. Yeah, I noticed the health. I like this way of doing loot. I hate MMO loot. Feels like it's a lot of work to basically just be a math increase. I know that like roguelike improvements aren't appropriate for MMOs, but oh, you look sane. We'll heal, level up. 34 money. Vulnerability effects last longer until next stage. Grants a brief invulnerability. Oh, that's kind of neat. Cooldown is shorter, max 3 uses. Well, I've taken the thing that gives it weird effects. I may as well enjoy that. Okay. See you around. Gravity. Oh, that's an interesting effect. I'm just constantly being pulled down and have to push against it. I kind of like mixing with the bullet hell concept. So I guess like late game MMO ballet FF14 fights are essentially bullet hells, right? Manage myself. Basically what San / Papyrus. Bound by chains. It means if I'm standing there, I'm stuck on that. Okay. Wherever I end up standing, I can only move along that axis. I see. This game's really cool. I like it. Plays surprisingly well single player too. Should probably be using my special charges more instead of just doing A, B, X over and over. I do suspect, and I've thought about this for a while, that like the role of performing a rotation in an MMO is kind of boring. Like clearly they didn't set out to have predefined rotations when, you know, MMOs were first developed. It just kind of became a thing that some devs leaned into about the meta. But I guess what you want, you want the player to have their attention divided, right? You want them to be focusing on something that makes it hard for them to dodge the attacks. And I guess pressing A, B, X in a pattern or whatever kind of accomplishes that well enough. That part is always the least interesting to me, so I've never enjoyed like parsing well. Oh, it's gonna move me to that spot, so I have to be in a part of the circle where I'll still be in the circle after getting teleported. I see. That's cool. The inverse. That's cute. Am I gonna have time to get there? Yeah, I feel like rotations are an emergent effect, right? Like, whether the devs intended them, like, they're going to happen because there's going to be an optimal order in which to press your buttons. That's cool. Ooh, that's pretty scary. Sign of the Archon Crow. Optimizing around each typical fight situations you can't follow the rotation if the boss is doing something. You need to save your big abilities for a later phase. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I've never been a top parser. I guess there's a problem where because I'm never a top parser, I never get dopamine from doing my rotation. So I never feel compelled to parse better. I always just like, well, I'll do good enough, I guess. Your max HP is increased by 1. Raise slightly in projectile without taking damage. Increase movement speed. Rainbow. It's Spider bite. Oh. So what is burn and poison, I presume, are not degenerate. Deals damage when it wears off, equal to the damage of the hit that applied burn. Deals damage once per second. I like doing damage when I'm having to dodge, so I'll take that. Area boss ahead. Gravity and get in the circle and other bullshit. Oh shit, ouch. It's potentially really bad depending on where I end up, if I can't see where it's going to place it. There are vuln stacks in this. I really like the idea of vuln stacks. There's a you fucked up button. It's good for learning. 2 teleports. Oh, goddamn. It's complicated. I'll say the early fights, like, oh, this isn't too hard. It gets pretty hard. Are all fights meant to be solved without ever taking damage? I do like all of the passive conveyance they're giving you to try to sight read the fight. That's cool. Oh, you're a crow now. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that those big circles were being conveyed before. Okay. Seems like almost everything is conveyed, if not everything. Time stop. Okay. It's fun. Ooh, shit, I think I could have dodged that. I didn't understand what that meant when it first came up. Bosses in this, I assume, are scaled to your roguelike upgrades, or rather, they're designed assuming you have the roguelike upgrades, right? Like, it's just going to take forever to kill an enemy if you don't have enough of them. Or is it balanced around being able to beat them with no upgrades, and the upgrades just make it easier? That's cool. Oh, it was an extra circle making more projectiles around me. Okay. Didn't realize what that was at first. Ah, okay. Tough fight. Probably should have used my shadow barrier there, but I guess every time I would have used it, I was just trying to dodge, so. That's fine. Room for at least one more run. Now that I understand the premise more. Yeah, that makes sense. Try a different character here. Charges your secondary twice. Damage just when used near the target. Slows movement. Don't like having my movement slowed. 100 damage twice to an area in front of you. Chance to reset your defensive cooldown. Do damage 3 times to targeted enemy. Defensive is 5 seconds or less, it resets instantly. Vanish from sight, gain an invuln and a momentary boost in speed and erases nearby projectiles. Okay. That's too bad. I think it's pretty cool. Not enough content, I guess. 30% more damage if the enemy is facing away from you. I can try to see how positionals work. So let me try to put this together. So I just want to be doing X all the time. I want to be doing A all the time, but obviously hitting it more when my shadow step is available. Do more damage while I'm vanished. So I want to shadow step and then assassinate because it's the most damage I'm doing. So shadow step, YB. Then if I can't YB, I'm just Xing and Aing all the time. Okay. I'm still ass. I didn't mean to be ass. I could have just typed Marstead. Trinkets. Oh, it's like cosmetics. Okay. I want to make sure I have my B up before I do Y. Okay. What is... Okay, that's backstab. Is it literally what their character facing is? There's not like an arrow indicator for it. This character's a bit more brain power than the other character. And you get substantially faster while you're vanished too. Okay. I think I'd rather get good with a character than practice a second one. Also the way I play MMOs. I'll stay on the sword lady. Come on, just never gonna let me change my name off of ass. I just did it as a joke. I can't do alts. One of the things I liked about Final Fantasy XIV is you don't need alts. And RuneScape, actually. So I'll probably try to play this with friends maybe next time we get together for a holiday or something. I like their trick now, where they like underline a letter or something. Oh. There's a 40% chance of giving you haste for 5 seconds. Hastens GCD by 20%. Increases movement speed. 200 damage. These are all presumably the same rarity. Every 10 seconds, your secondary deals an extra 400 damage. Secondary applies curse. Makes enemies take more damage. Okay, I haven't been using the defensive. I like being able to press buttons more, so we'll try haste. I do kind of like the way where everyone just kind of moves forward when they're ready. It's nice. I also like the lack of any crust, I should say. Like it's oops all bosses, and we're not joking. We're gonna get you right into it. We're gonna get you right back out of it. I hope even if this isn't your bag, Serp, that at least it inspires more games like this, because I feel like someone else could take a swing at it. I'm enjoying it so far on single player. I could see if the precise ballet take, 100 hours to learn a fight thing is kind of undercut by the roguelike upgrades. Unless if there's a mode that gives you scripted upgrades or something. I don't mind doing 100 hours of ballet practice, but it would be great if the 100 hours of ballet practice was in a game that was only ballet. There's so much other bullshit around MMOs in order to make sure that you're ready to do ballet together, right? All cooldowns are reduced by 2 seconds. Loot and abilities with cooldown start battles on an 8-second cooldown. All cooldowns reduced by 2 seconds. 2 haste. Ninjutsu scroll. Don't want the Phoenix Charm. I like pressing buttons more. But something's always off cooldowns. Maybe that's not actually great for my setup. I do enjoy the concept of precise choreographed ballet, but I just think there's so much in MMOs around just doing that. So much potential for drama and stress, A rabbit in the library? Crows used to be like you. Let's see. My secondary is the thing that's currently better. Charges your special. No longer charges your primary, no longer has a GCD, gains a cooldown of 3 seconds. Ah. So it becomes off GCD, but I end up using it less frequently, which means I haste less frequently. Is there only one way each of these things can upgrade? Like every time I get an Emerald secondary upgrade, is it going to be this? I guess not, right? The different gems mean it does something different. GCD is faster. It's flash strength. Next primary deals more damage. Interesting that they bothered having level here. Is that just like a flat impact to your damage? Okay, it's less frequently, but I can use it off GCD since it doesn't have a GCD. That's a cool way to implement off GCD abilities. See you, sir. Gravity giving me trouble here. Oh boy. I'm in the haste off quite a bit. Does it show you shame indicators at the bottom of the screen if I'm just button mashing? It sure does. Okay. I guess now that I have this off GCD, there's not a ton of reason for me to like precisely hit AXB, AXB. I can just mash all three of them. That is kind of an interesting aspect of all MMOs. There's always this kind of expectation that you're going to be doing mashing to make sure that your stuff can get in at the time of the GCD until you see it go through. You still can only have one gem. Okay, gotcha. So you can kind of develop a build eventually. An initial cooldown at the start is brutal. I guess it's so you can't get a ton of damage in before the boss gets to do anything to you. I think this is actually a pretty good combo because I'm likely to get haste, which is going to decrease the actual 3-second cooldown. Big ass enemy hitbox is an FF14 thing too, right? It's usually not physically what you can see. Crap. Easy peasy. Tough gauntlet. GCDs are longer. We don't like that with my current setup. Although GCDs are longer is maybe not bad because my one thing doesn't have a GCD. Right? Can't review my... I don't want to skip. Right trigger to see my inventory. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of a fun setup I got going on here. Let's see if this is a substantial enough penalty. So the white circle, when my attack activates, I have a little circle that flashes around me. That's my radius. Put that in a less stupid place this time. Are the different pips on the health bar all triggering different phases, or some of them do? Oh god. I didn't see the arrow there, shit. Guess can I like stop the phase transition if I do enough damage here? Probably not, right? Any reason to not use my defensive this time if things get hairy, so keep that in mind. I like this attack a lot. 1, 2, 3. Can't skip phases by doing a ton of damage. Nice. That went better, though probably because I have new stuff. Have a rabbit you control, deal over 500 DPS in a fight. Stop right there. Dragons. Yourself. Okay, so you said if I take the secondary upgrade, it's going to replace my existing one. No longer deals damage, gains a cooldown of 6 seconds. Okay, we don't want to do that. Vulnerability, leap. Cooldown shorter. Movement speed is slightly decreased at all times. That's a no for me, thanks. The fact that that actually does something would be good. Then I can actually press the button occasionally. Okay. Countdown? Oh god. Oh, this is substantially more difficult than what I'm used to. It's cool though. Oop. Just pulled me in, didn't do any damage directly. Let's go ass! Didn't know that was gonna be floating above my head the whole time. I wouldn't have done that. Oh shit, right into that. Okay, I wasn't understanding the conveyance there. I got it now though. No, I still don't understand it. It's like there's gonna be lines. Oh, those are safe zones. The squares are safe zones, is that right? I took so much damage in that fight. Cross explosions. Oh boy. Dargon, I see. Escape. Oh boy, filthy rats. Ballet! Nice. Yeah, someone who doesn't actually raid, but is likes the idea of raiding. I think this one might actually appeal to me more. If I were actually doing ultimate raiding, I'd be like, oh, this is, you know, Fisher Price rating, but I can really see having a lot of fun with my 3 friends who play video games. Treasure seeker. Defensive has a larger radius. I like Demon Horns, but I just did a thing that makes my defensive actually useful. Grants elegy to all allies. Breaks if you take damage twice. Starts the battle on cooldown. I'm good to take early. Extra invulnerability is nice. Breaks if whenever you take 2 damage from the point of obtaining it, right? This is probably the one it's not amazing, but another rabbit. I feel like the way you can like infer where it's going to want you to stand. So those are cross beams. Okay, thanks. Knock back, ouch. Ooh, yikes. So they've essentially removed healers because everything is totally dodgeable. This is interesting. I guess they wanted it to be single player playable, which is why there's no roles like tank. Oh boy. Don't know where I should stand. Ouch. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Okay. It's going up and around. This time I'm getting hit. I guess I gotta press the button in time to maybe mitigate it. Whew. Oh, if you go down, your body sticks around for a few seconds and you can self-res with 1 HP. Okay, that's cool. How does healing after battle work in this? Okay. I can't take it because it's the one I already have. GCD is faster would be good, actually. No longer has multiple uses. Technically take that too. Last until the next stage means last through this entire zone. HP region is a difficulty setting thing. Okay. Really can't tell the relative benefit of leveling up, if I should save money for potions and stuff. Get in the circle! I'm trying! Shoved back and forth constantly, which is nasty. I guess they added that 7-second initial cooldown thing, otherwise you could do a ton of damage when you're like not in danger at all. Okay. Oh, it's an ice floor, okay. Gotcha. Ooh, Lord. don't know if they do a thing where you have to like kill them at the same time. Leaving one side. Habit C double. Okay, I see. Oh, fancy. Didn't perceive what that meant the first time. But they're all switching. Okay. Nice. On something good, GCD related. Damage from loot is increased 50%. I can't review my current stuff. Maybe if I use a mouse, can I hover over it? No, I can't. Okay. I don't think my stuff directly does damage. Or treasure sphere. Okay. There's a chance of dealing damage to all enemies. Cooldown resets when a % chance succeeds. I don't think I have a lot of those in my current setup, so I think we take the Thunderclap close. Right trigger on that screen. Okay. It's kind of cool that different like tribes have different special abilities, like cleave here. Oh shit. I think I have an ability that like sends me flying towards the enemy. I don't know which one it is. Usually it doesn't get me in trouble. Wolf form. Ah. Like wolves with swords in their mouths. So then my little dot that actually takes damage here. Oh shit. Barely clipped it there. Time seems slow. Okay. That's cool. That's neat. I like that. I really like some of the patterns in this game. It's cool. I'm just spamming all buttons right now because I have a build rig that's mostly fine. Okay. Spinning shuriken. All right, onward. Pale Keep. I do like the way they've managed to recreate a lot of the Final Fantasy feel without like directly ripping fonts. The font looks really similar. Not exactly the same. My special is still not upgraded. Shorter cooldowns is probably good. $800 damage 2 seconds into each fight. Oh, that's funny. I happened to get like 3 things in a row that were all really helpful. Do you get more XP if you win faster, or is it set? Oh my god, I don't understand what's happening. Get in the line, okay. I did not get in the line. I think I was invuln when it happened, though. Okay. This game is very reasonably sight-readable, I think. Circle. The higher difficulties remove the text reminders. I really like the text reminders. I don't think they're like particularly ugly. Okay. Come on, GCD something or other. Secondary's GCD becomes 0.5 seconds, but its damage is reduced by 60%. I think that that's literally... Yeah, your right trigger was correct. Secondaries of 40% giving you haste. No longer has a GCD and gains a cooldown. So because it has no GCD, that first thing is useless to me. Okay. DPS checks in every fight. Additional 2 blows, dealing 50 damage each in a radius around your target enemy. Ooh, I'm not going to do the enemies facing away from you. There's no way I'm going to remember to stay on top of that. So I guess we take the Assassin's Knife. So does everyone get to pick an upgrade when you do this multiplayer? Or is it an upgrade that affects everyone? Moonlit Pinnacle. Rabbit of the Moon, Shira. Don't. Too many ellipses. You're just in the way. Okay. Cool moon attacks. I like the sound design in this game. I like the music a lot too. Spin. I actually think the telegraph system is extremely smart. Going the other way this time. Like the countdown on the cleave is cool. In a phase transition. Uh-oh. I get knocked back into the thing, okay. Now we get a phase transition. Moon Bunny, how cute. Oop. I think I had invuln up right when that went off. Uh-oh. Keep almost getting caught by those cross attacks. That one got me. Starting an unavoidable attack. Be prepared to defend yourself. Okay, so let me not press my Y button now. I pressed it slightly too early there. Yeah, I did. That's okay. Lesson learned. Ooh, we can get out of there. I think I can get out whenever that happens, yeah. There must be a pattern to escape that I'm not seeing there. So I'm under leveled, right? If it said the boss was level 50 and I'm level 43. Oh, I'm gonna run on normal mode. Well, perfect. And that was almost exactly an hour. Cool. I think I got to cheese a lot of it because I got to basically spam buttons with my setup. But I did dodge a lot of the attacks, so I don't feel like I completely cheesed it. Cool game. I really like this one. I will probably play this with my friends, especially now that I just beat a run. That's usually my condition for marking it beat on YouTube. I'm free to play this game now, so that's very exciting. If I end up playing with my friends, we'll at least record it, if not stream it. Really, really cool game. Thanks for putting this one out. I had a good time with it. I'm hoping it's getting more updates because I imagine they could do. There's a lot of design space to add more stuff to it in the future. Maybe add a rogue limited mode where you always get the same choices of upgrades or something to maybe make the people who don't want there to be randomness happier.